So our texture kind of preset. Let's click OK. And we'll go switch to our main camera. From main camera render, we'll go ahead preview. You can see we have our house with a cobblestone path going towards the camera. So this is nice basic setup. I think at this point we can start placing some plants, grass, and other elements. This tutorial is recorded with the latest Vue applications, Extreme, but this should work with all versions of the Vue. However, when we start using plants, if you're using new version subscriptions, you have a plant factory and you have a nice library of the plants that you can use it. So we're going to use those plants, and most of which is COM, so it's nothing specific. However, if you're using early versions and you don't have those plants, you need to substitute this with something else. And as one recommendation, if you don't have it, I would say go to Xfrog. Xfrog.com have a lot of plans. There will be static plans inside the Vue, but we are doing static image. So for us, the work just perfect. And right here, you can have options as a purchase those plants, or they also have many examples or other plants that you can just try it. A lot of free ones. So for example, if you're going right there and you look for some free plants, they will be located in samples. And they have it sometimes different, but you can see right here, you have your roses, you have different flowers, same as the dandelions and other ones. So you can download them for free, and they have special Vue versions as well for the plants, and you can use them. And if you like it, they always have it for the sale or other elements. You can purchase additional plants, but in this way you have a very good library of the plants that you can use it. So this is just other solution. And of course, you can always just keep with your plants that you have it in your collections and just use it as you need it. Okay, so for us, what we're going to do, it is place some elements. And first, what I want to do, it is maybe place some rocks around here. But before do this, let me enable water, and I'll just go click on the layers, which is create for me a level of the water, and I will just go raise this up to maybe around right here, this area, so I can preview how much water I have it. And I don't want too much, but I want just increase, maybe around that. So now when I start placing rocks, and I want to probably put it rocks before I will have it my plants in, so I can see where they're going. Okay. The other things also, sometimes it's help if we need to find a water line. To find a water line for us, we can go ahead and look right there. You can see it's Z2 point. Our height, it's 2.5 meters, about 2.656 meters. So it's about this line. It's where our water will be. So just overall kind of set mark. We can also add additional material which will indicate that way for us. It will help us to properly find the shoreline. Again, it's 2.56. We're going in the terrain. Let's open terrain. We'll go to add new material. Okay, and I want set right here this material to highlight. Okay, actually right there. Let's go back to highlight. Click, we'll select a red color. And inside the tab presence, I want to just set by the object right now. It doesn't really matter. We'll just go take a little bit down, and I want to take down to about, and you notice if we're going 0, it should set about right there with water. If we're going to relative to the sea, same, we can go to go down to 0. It should set about 0 meters. So that will be sea level for us right here precisely. And on this case, if we click OK, we can take our sea and height, so it does not display for us, but we will have this material as a reference where we want to place our rocks. So it is some other ways you can kind of small tips. At least it's worked for me is when I place them, I know precisely where those rocks can go, so I can preview them. And the reason why I disable the water, it will take some render time, and when I do my test render, I want to go faster. I don't want my computer just wasted time when I don't need it, for example, on rendering reflections in waters. So we have right this element, and let's maybe right here we'll add some bushes. Yeah, I think I'm just looking to see how we can add plants around, but I want to add rocks, so let's do this way. Now to add rocks, we'll just go to our left bar, this one, and you can notice right here we have our rocks. If we right click with our mouse, it will open our rock collections. And overall, we have a big boulders right here. We also have our low resolutions, pebbles, we don't need it. We have our rocks, stones, and here is up to what your preference is. I will stick with the rocks. We'll go right here and we have it smooth. It probably won't work very well. A little bit rough. This could be actually look very interesting rocks, and primarily if we select maybe mountain rock or even like art rock, some this way. Also we have a nice facet one, which we have it quite a bit nice elements. So let's select Waterton Lake for rocks. We'll go select that one. Okay, there's our rock. We can bring a little bit closer, and you always can click drop button, so it will put it on our ground. As we look, it is look a little bit too light for us, so we could modify some of this texture on a rock, and we can modify a couple ways. So we can go inside the rock here and change coloring, or we can go after when we have it all rocks, we can go inside and globally reflect. So this is few way if we want to replace this rock. However, I many times like to select the different ones and add different rocks and see how they will look. So let's create another rock. Okay, let's take a few seconds to preload it. We'll bring this rock maybe around here. Let's go bring up, drop it. So this is another rock. Okay, let's go to select maybe a couple more different rocks. Again, we can go with the rough rocks because these other ones look very nice as well. Okay, we'll bring this rock as well. Let's go up and drop it. So we'll just select too close, maybe right around this area. And let's make it just a little bit bigger. Okay. We'll select few rocks, we'll go to render, and we can just select runway, but I do prefer which one. And at this point I'm more look on the shape, and from these rocks I do like how our left rock look, how these two looks. This is a little bit too smooth for me, so this is give it a little bit more interesting effect. I still prefer the first one, maybe shape of the rock, so we'll go use it the first one, the water. So we'll go delete it, those two rocks, we don't need it, and we'll just use it, these rocks. Again, don't worry about the coloring at this time. Mostly what I'm looking at the shape and where I'm going to place. I'm going to place top, we can drop it, and after dropping I want to take this rock and bring a little bit more in the ground, so it's almost like it's sit inside there. So we'll go at this point, I want to actually select again, face it, select this rock, because we reset it. So we'll add another rock, and because we know position, I can take this rock and just place it right there. And now we don't need to right click, we just can left click, and this will open same rocks we have it before, which is kind of nice. So I'm going around this area again, use a drop to put it down to the ground and put a little bit more into the ground. Just place it few rocks around this area, and you know what, maybe even create like people put it around this sidewalk where people walking, kind of outline a little bit our path. Okay, we'll go right there, down, and a little bit more in the ground. Let's bring this a little bit more forward. Just right here with a kind of ground, you can see almost will go this way. So let's go create another rock. And we'll put this even more closer, so it's going by the path. Okay, maybe even down right there. Okay, let's move a bit out. Okay, again, it's position, see which one work very good. Actually, let's go drop right there on the ground a bit more and sink down. So this is that area. Also, right on a coast right here, I want to do it. Because it's a my preset set drop object on middle of the screen, actually, I want to move a little bit to this area. Okay, so this will be my middle of the screen. The next time when I create a rock, it should drop just on the middle right here, around this area. And I want to bring rocks, put it around here. And you can see there's my rock. So we'll take one rock, move it a little bit out, drop down to the ground. And on a preview, you can see the rock is on an edge. So this way, it's sometimes hard to see this area where my rocks reside. So I want set kind of tips when I put it more rocks. Sometimes I want to go and preset my border. So I want to know where is my kind of water positioning going. So I will preset, look around, maybe going this way. Okay, let's go drop to the ground. It show you right here. And there you go, you can see we have two rocks, so we know the water line will go this way. If we place it the rocks, they will go around this area right here, and edge for the rock will be around there. So we can take this rock, place it, and with the water you can see it is just place it on the end of our shore. So this is kind of good. That is one line, and other ones we also have right in this end right here. I want to place it the rocks. So for this, let's create a few more rocks. Okay, let's go ahead, wait till it's preloaded. We take this rock, and again we can put it one right here. Let's drop down, and notice even I look and it's look right, but apparently it's not this area. So it's meaning the hill, what I'm looking, it is around that area hill. So we'll go up and put it down, and that is where my reference point. So I want to take this and place it. So this is my rock where I want it. And now I know this is hill down. It's where we'll cover rocks around here. And as well, this hill. And you know what? We'll create another rock. Okay, let's take a little bit of time. And we take this rock and place it around this area. Yeah, this is just on around this hill. It's what I wanted. So if placed right there, this hill is what I want to do. So I mark kind of my layout where I want to put it, my rocks. And now next tutorial, we're actually going to add more rocks around, position them, creating kind of more interesting look cliffs in this area. So something will come up more interesting in this area. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this in the next tutorial.